Hello students, in the last video we had stopped at this point. So let us see the program. This is the RLC instruction. So the program is write a program that finds the number of ones in a given byte. So byte contains 8 bits, so we have to compare all the 8 bits. Therefore here the count value is 8. Initially R1 is 0, so this is where we are going to store how many number of ones are there, and the data from which we have to count is 97H. It is stored in the accumulator. So RLC A, then jump if not carry next. Okay. So in next not carry means it's not a 1. If it is not 1, just go to the next iteration, check the next bit. So if it is 1, what happens? The control comes to the next instruction, that is increment R1. So R1 will be incremented. In this manner we are going to count the number of ones in this given data. Next is serialization. Serializing data is a way of sending a byte of data 1 bit at a time through a single pin of microcontroller. So using the serial port, so that is discussed in the chapter 10 in detail, to transfer data 1 bit at a time and control the sequence of data and spaces in between them. So transfer a byte of data serially by moving CY to any pin of ports P0 to P3 using rotate instruction. So these are the two ways of transferring a byte of data serially. Let us look at the example. Write a program to transfer the value 41H serially. Whenever we say serially, it is moving data 1 bit at a time via pin P2.1. Put 2 highs at the start and end of the data. Send the byte LSB first. Okay. So we have to send the LSB first means we have to move it towards right, that is RLC instruction must be used. If you want to send the MSB first means you have to use the RLC instruction. So take here, first put the value 41H into accumulator. As told, put 2 highs at the start. So set B P2.1, set B P2.1. So you are sending, you are setting the value to high. Then move R5 comma hash 8. Again this is the count value. Since there are 8 bits, we have to transfer all the 8 bits one at a time. So we have to execute the loop 8 times. RRC A, rotate the content of register A to the right through carry. So move P2.1 comma C. Send the CY to P2.1. So what actually we are doing? We are sending the content of A to port 2 bit by bit. So with the help of a carry. Next DJNZ R5 here. So if actually this should be again. So repeat the loop until all the 8 bits are covered. So again at the end what we have to do? We have to set P2.1 to high twice. What actually we are doing in this program? We are sending the content of register A to the port P2 bit by bit. So we are using only P2.1. We are not writing here P2 completely. So bit by bit data is sent to P2.1 with the help of the carry flag. Next, write a program to bring in a byte of data serially 1 bit at a time via pin P2.7 and save it in register R2. The byte comes in with the LSB first. Again LSB first means we have to use RLC instruction. Let us see. First count value, move R5 comma hash 8. Then move P2. Now it is the reverse from P2.7, from port 7, port P2 we have to move the content to register A bit by bit, again with the help of a carry. So first put it in CY, then RRC A, this value will be shifted to accumulator, then DJNZ R5, again it is again, the label should be again instead of here. Then move the content of accumulator into R2, because in the question it is mentioned that save it in register R2. there are several instructions by which the CY flag can be manipulated directly. Already we have seen this in the previous chapters and sections. So these are all the instructions: set B, clear instruction, CPL instruction, complement, move instruction, jump if not carry, jump if carry, ANL instruction. How ANL instruction can be used? Here one operand is C and another operand has to be again a bit value. Then ORL instruction in the same manner. Here ORL C comma slash bit means OR CY with inverted bit and save it on CY. That is the difference with the hash bit and without hash bit. Next, look at the example. Assume that bit P2.2 is used to control an outdoor light and bit P2.5 a light inside a building. Show how to turn on the outside light and turn off the inside one. Here outside light is being controlled by P2.2 and the inside light is being controlled by P2.5. So we have to set P2.2 high and P2.5 as low. Set BC, so initially carries 1 or C with P2.2. So whatever may be the value of P2.2 bit, it will be set now because C is already 1. 1 odd with either 0 or 1, the result will be 1. Next, move P2.C to C. Turn it on if not on. Okay. Means the content is moved from carry to this bit. Clear C. Now clear C, then ANL C comma P2.5. Whatever the value of P2.5 may be, whenever it is ANDed with 0, it will be, the result will be 0. Therefore, move C to P2.5. Turn it off if not off. Then write a program that finds the number of ones in a given byte. This already we have seen. Swap instruction. Swap instruction takes one operand, that is the accumulator. Here it swaps the lower nibble and the upper nibble. In other words, the lower 4 bits are put into the higher 4 bits and the higher 4 bits are put into the lower 4 bits. So here this swap instruction is swapping the number, the single operand that we are passing to it. So swap works only on the accumulator. So before swap, we have this kind of data. So we have 4 bits from D0 to D3 and 4 bits from D4 to D7. After swap, whatever bits are there in the lower byte, it will be transferred to upper byte, and whatever bits are there in the upper byte will be transferred to the lower byte. Let us look at the example. Find the contents of register A in the following code. In the absence of a swap instruction, how would you exchange the nibbles? Write a simple program to show the process. First, move A comma hash 72H. Okay. When we use the swap instruction, when we write swap A, it will be A is equal to 27. So lower 4 bits become the higher 4 bits and the upper 4 bits become the lower 4 bits. Reverse of this number. We have to do the same thing without using swap instruction in the second part. So move A comma 72H. We have to just rotate left. We have to take these 4 bits on the left side and move these 4 bits on the right side. So to do this operation, we are going to have the rotate left instruction. So actually these numbers have not been shifted. So manually you shift the numbers, and at the end you are going to get these 4 bits as the upper byte and these 4 bits as the lower byte. This is the important table that you need to remember. Here we have ASCII code and BCD for digits 0 to 9. So we have studied the BCD, binary coded decimal concept. These are the keys from 0 to 9. Their ASCII values, they start from 30 to 39. Remember this. And the equivalent binary numbers and BCD, unpacked BCD numbers. Next, The DS5000T microcontrollers have a real-time clock. The RTC provides the time of the day, that is hour, minute and second, and the date, year, month and day continuously regardless of whether the power is on or off. However, this data is provided in packed BCD. To be displayed on the LCD or printed by the printer, it must be in the ASCII format. So there has to be a conversion. Internally it is a packed BCD value, we have to convert it into ASCII. So this is the process. The packed BCD value is first converted into unpacked BCD and then it is converted into ASCII. So 29H will be converted to unpacked BCD, it becomes 2 and 9 and then it is converted to ASCII. The equivalent of 2 in ASCII is 32, the equivalent of 9 in ASCII is 39. To convert ASCII into packed BCD, the reverse process. It is first converted into unpacked BCD to get rid of the 3 and then combined to make packed BCD. So this is the process. Key is 4 and 7. Its ASCII value is 34 and 37. We have to get 47 here. So first it is converted into unpacked BCD and from then it is converted into packed BCD. So let us look here. Move a comma hash within single inverted quote. Whenever we write a number, in that case its ASCII value will be considered. So here when we write 4 like this within single quote, its ASCII value 34H will be moved to A. Similarly 37H will be moved into R1, which is the ASCII value of 7. Now ANL A comma 0FH. What we are going to do? We are going to mask the upper nibble of A, that is we are going to mask 3. We want to remove 3 out of this number and get only 4 and 7. Therefore for this 37 also we are going to perform AND operation using ANL instruction and mask the upper nibble. So after these two instructions, A will have 04H and R1 will have 07H. Now swap A becomes 40. Now when you perform ORL A comma R1, you get 47H in A. So it is the packed BCD number. Assume that register A has packed BCD. Write a program to convert packed BCD to two ASCII numbers and place them in R2 and R6. Just the reverse of the previous process. Move A comma hash 29H. This is the packed BCD that we want to convert into ASCII. Move R2 comma A. Keep a copy of BCD data in R2. Then mask the upper nibble. Get 9. To get that 9 out of 29, so you have to use this instruction. ANL A comma hash 0FH. Then ORL A comma 30H. So this is performed to get 39H. From 9 we should get 39H. Move R6 comma A. Save it. Next move A comma R2. Again take the number 29H. Now we got 39. The next process is we should get 32. Therefore this is the second part of the program. So ANL 0F0H. Mask the lower nibble. We want 2, so you have to mask 9. Then rotate right A, rotate it right, get that 2 as the lower nibble, and after that you just OR it with 30H. So 30H ORed with 02H, you will get it as 32H. So move that content to R2 again. Here actually that content should be moved to R6. 39H will be moved to R2, 32H should be moved to R6. Assume that the lower 3 bits of P1 are connected to 3 switches. Write a program to send the following ASCII characters to P2 based on the status of the switches. So look at the question. Assume that the lower 3 bits of P1 are connected to 3 switches. Write a program to send the following ASCII characters to P2 based on the status of the switches. So we shall see this program in the next video.